Experience Australia in Manila this weekend. The Australian Embassy is hosting the Philippines-Australia Friendship Day Festival, which will feature a number of Filipino-Australian themed events and activities. Now, one of these is a mental health discussion powered by Australia's business partner mental health care company, Mind You. To tell us more about it, joining us now is Mind You Chief Executive Officer Yuri Marshall, who's Filipino-Australian himself. G'day, Yuri. How's everything going for you?
G'day, Paolo. Very well, thank you.
All right, thanks so much for joining us. Listen, Yuri, lots of activities lined up for the Philippines-Australia Friendship Day. You have pop-up shops of different Australian brands, education booths, and even a program featuring Filipino-Australian celebrities. But tell us more about Mind You. This is quite interesting. What is Mind You all about, and what is its role in the celebration?
Thanks, Paolo. Mind You's here really to showcase the partnership between Philippines and Australia. To be more specific, Mind You, we're here as a mental health organization in the Philippines. We're developing technology to be able to scale across the nation. So at the moment, we're doing a B2B service, which is business to business. But very soon, later in the year, we'll be rolling out something available for the public.
All right, sounds quite interesting. During the three-day event, Mind You psychologists will be available at your booth and a so-called coffee date to have a casual sit-down conversation with your psychologists. This sounds quite interesting. I think everybody needs to unload a little bit of something, whether it's the pandemic or everything else that's been going on. Tell us a little bit more about this.
Yeah, I think, we've got a number of activities. That's one of them, including, the coffee with the psychologist. I think it's very important that people get used to getting into a conversation to talk about the state of mental health, because there's a very strong prevalent stigma that's not just prevalent here in the Philippines, but really across Asia. So being able to having a casual, fun conversation with a psychologist, we want to help promote that. So, if anyone's in the Mega Mall area this coming weekend, please stop by and have a taste of how it feels to basically air out and vent what's on your mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, on Sunday, there will be a panel discussion featuring you and other Mind You senior officials. What are you guys going to be centering on? What's the focus?
I think the main topic really that we want to cover is the importance of mental health to the Filipino people. We want to talk about what are the common stressors and triggers that affect people's mental health state. Also, we want to be talking about coping with mental health problems and really the direction of mental health in the Philippines.
All right, on the subject of coping, there's a lot of things that we can be doing. One of them is, getting our endorphins going. Running, exercise is an important part of, a coping strategy. Running events are part of what you guys are going to be organizing. Tell us a little bit about some of the other activities at your booth.
We're going to have a lucky dip bowl where you can win, a number of different things, merchandise with affirmations on the T-shirts. We have an express yourself board. You can express your emotions and put them in envelopes and be vulnerable. Practice writing down what's on your mind onto paper. It's a form of journaling. We're going to have a virtual photo booth. And as you mentioned before, coffee with a psychologist. And obviously you can meet everyone involved with the organization. Anyone from psychologists to myself to operations. It's a good opportunity to really get to know Mind You.
Right, and really just sort of, underline that great sort of relationship that Australia and the Philippines does have. Before I let you go, Yuri, tell us a little bit about the importance of maintaining good mental health. You said it, we need to be a little bit more open, we need to discuss it and maybe be a little bit more comfortable with the idea of being vulnerable and really just airing and venting what it is, how we feel. How can we best go about this? What are your simple tips?
Sure. I think, a better term for mental health for the average person is self-care. You've got to understand everything on your daily life affects your mental health, whether it's financial stress, whether it's relationship stress, work conflicts. So being able to maintain that and using various levers, such as your body, your breath, your movement, exercise, things like that are very, very important. So I think this weekend's, partnership between Australia and Philippines is going to help highlight that for education and awareness in this area.
All right, so very important, very interesting topic. Looking forward to learning a bit more about that. You can catch the Mind You booth at the Philippines-Australia Friendship Day Festival. That's happening this weekend, starting today at SM Mega Mall. Thank you once again for joining us, Mind You CEO Yuri Marshall.